Do you need an RV radio in your camper when your old one goes out? This video we're going to go ahead and show you how to install a regular radio into an RV camper and have it work exactly the same as that expensive RV. Stay tuned. The radio, unfortunately, in our camper has gone bad. It happens. Problem is the radios that they put in RVs, they have a dual channel because we got the speakers on the inside of the camper and we got speakers on the outside of the camper. And this radio actually had a band to be able to turn the inside radios on, speakers on, or the outside speakers, or you could have them both at the same time. To get that feature, you got to pay up for them. That's what they consider an RV radio. Camping World sells them, Crutchfield sells them, some of these online places sell them, but you're going to pay for them. They're $100 plus. This radio in here was nothing special. I know some of them have the dual screens and they control your TV and they control a lot of the entertainment system in there, but if you have one of these regular radios in here, all this radio in here is Bluetooth radio, and that's it. There's really nothing else to it. You can get one or the other. Obviously it has an aux port on the back side if I wanted to hook my TV up to it, whatnot. It's still a standard radio. Did I want to pay up to get that dual band? So when the radio needed to be replaced, when I discovered I had to replace the radio, what this radio started to do was it wouldn't turn off. You'd plug the camper in, turn the power on, and the radio came on, and there was nothing I could do to turn it off unless I wanted to unplug it. Plus, over the years being in the heat, the little nameplate came off of it. And then, of course, the cheap quality camper stuff, my screws have been stripped on here for about a year now. So it became obvious I need a new radio. And I don't want to pay that price tag for a radio just so I can switch it from the inside to the outside with a push of a button. That does not seem worth it to me. So what I did is I went to Walmart and I bought a $30 Bluetooth radio. This radio is a direct replacement for this radio as far as all the functionality that I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to show you how to do it, but I'm going to go ahead and get this radio out first, and I'll walk you along the whole process of what to do to put one of these radios in. This repair is so easy that all I'm going to need is a screwdriver. That's it to replace that radio. These, like I said, these two screws have been stripped out for a while, and it's the camper quality. I mean, any camper you get, this wood is just garbage. They don't really care how they put these together, so it's pretty much was an issue that you couldn't involve. But all I'm going to do is take out the screws on the other side, one screw, and then there's another screw here. So I got my screws out. The radio simply just pulls out, and you've got your wiring behind it. Connector, squeeze the connector and pull it out. That's your connector for all your power, and this is your antenna, and your radio's out. Now if you see my holes here, that's how wonderful they did a job on my camper. It's just this particle board was all it was really screwed into. Part of the wood back here is gone, so there's nothing to screw it into anymore. So your new radio is going to come obviously with your head unit, the radio, and it'll also come with a bag. It'll have a new connector if you have to change any of your wiring around, and these two tools are tools to get the radio out of the bracket. I'll show you how to use those. So what these little brackets are, this mounting bracket here will come off from the radio. There's a couple of slots on the side of the radio here that this slides into. And you see what it is it slides into the side of the radio and it goes down into that slot and it pops it out of the radio. That's what's securing the radio in. So you do that on both sides. You see that popped out there? Doesn't have to go in that far, but now what that'll allow me to do is slide the radio out of that mounting case. So then here are my two removal tools. Pretty slick. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to take this bracket, this is your mounting bracket, push my wires in because I don't need them right now, and I'm going to fit that into the hole. It'll only go in so far because there's a lip here, so it will only go in so far. What I'm going to do on this side that didn't have any screws holding it in is I'm going to take a little screwdriver and I'm going to bend these bars over right here. I'm just going to bend that in. That's going to stop that from being able to pull out. I'll get it a little bit tighter. It's kind of hard to do it on camera. I've got the bracket mounted in there. What I've done is all of these little cutouts here, if you look, there's this one. I took this one, I squished it down a little bit into the wood to get some contact. I squished this one down into the wood. There were two here that I bent over into it, so that's holding it in. Same thing on the sides. I did the two sides, and I did the same thing across the top. It's kind of hard to see on the top, but it's not going to be going anywhere. It's solid in there. So now what you do, you can pull your wires back through. Go ahead and get my wires back through. I got lucky on this one because this connector is wired exactly the same as this radio. I don't have to do any extra wiring on it. I do believe that 80% of the time you're going to run into that situation if you're just replacing a standard radio with a standard radio. This is a standard plug that most radios come with these days, and the configurations on all these radios is pretty much standard. But if not, they do have the directions in there for your color codes on your wires. Red is probably your positive, black is going to be your ground, and then you're going to have your set of speakers. I suspect here the purple wires is one of the speakers, the gray is one, the white is one, and the green is one. You just got to figure out which ones they are so you can get your zones right. And as simple as that is, every radio probably has a wiring diagram on the back of it. This one does. The one that I pulled out has a wiring diagram on it. You can see that. That'll tell you what colors on the actual harness that's on there go to what. And then, of course, your directions you're going to get for this radio have it. Otherwise, it's even mounted on that radio too. All your wire colors are there. You also, when you get your new radio, your wire colors are going to be in your pamphlet, your booklet too. This one also comes with a wiring harness, just in case you have to rewire it. So you got the good connector for it. It's pretty cool. All I'm going to do on this one, my antenna, which it's marked. Your antenna is here. So I'm plugged in from my antenna. I'm going to take my harness and plug my harness in. And voila, I'm installed. And look, it already even turned on. So the way this goes in, it just snaps in. I got a radio in here. How am I going to deal with the dual control? Most people have a radio in their vehicle. You're used to doing you have your speaker, front, rear, left, right. Sometimes they call it fade to the front, to the rear. Same thing here. Consider this, your speakers in here are your front speakers, your speakers on the outside of your rear speakers. That's really all it is. I'm not going to play any music, but I got some static going right now. I can press the button here. I got my left, right. I got my fade front to rear. All I have to do on this my rear speakers are in here. It's playing out here. If I go to the middle, now I'm going to get both speakers front and inside and outside. Well, it doesn't give you much time. If I do that, now all my outside speakers are working. Same functionality, I just don't have a button to do it. I gotta navigate to my controls on the actual unit. It's that simple. That's all it is. $30, Walmart, $30. I think you can even get them off of Amazon or even cheaper. I think I saw some pretty good pricing on Amazon, but I just wanted to get one and get it done. But the price difference wasn't that big of a deal, and I can return it really quick there. But slick, smooth. This one has Bluetooth, so I can hook my phone up to it. Get rid of the, turn off the hissing. It's got Bluetooth. It's got your radio, AM, FM presets. If I want to plug my TV into it, you saw the red and white inputs in the back of it. I can easily plug my TV down into it, and I can get my speakers inside my camper working to it. It's the exact same style radio, just a little bit cheaper. One last note, which is very important. These aren't just for the beginning of your install. Keep these around and safe, because if you ever want to pull that radio out of there, you need these tools to be able to slip it in there and release that radio from that bracket. So they're also the removal tools for that radio, so make sure you keep them handy and safe, otherwise you're gonna have a heck of a time trying to get that radio out of there. If you like this content, please check out my other camper videos on cleaning out your black tank, actually dumping at a dump station, or if you just want to see a detailed review of this camper, we got it all on this channel. So until then, hit that like and subscribe, hit the little ringy bell to get notifications when new videos go up, and until then, happy travels.